Hi, Anne. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the business entity I chose for Rainy Accounting and why I chose that. So, I think you will love this business because it is located in Dallas, Texas. And Dallas, Texas is an amazing place to start a business and let it thrive from the ground up. When creating this business, I had 5 different entity options: sole proprietorship, a general partnership, a limited partnership, a corporation, and limited liability partnership. A sole proprietorship is very small and simple, where I would receive all the profits. However, I would also assume full liability. When owning an accounting firm, full liability is not preferred. This is because you are constantly working with people's money, and I did not want to be fully responsible for malpractice. I would have had to include the profits of this entity on my personal income taxes, which would be a benefit of not having to file a separate tax return for the business, but this also puts my personal assets at risk. I've decided there's too many disadvantages and risks for sole proprietorship, and this would not suit my firm well. A general partnership would be a considerable entity if I wanted a partner to share all the liability with. If I chose this entity, me and my partner would share all profits and losses. In this entity, partners are personally liable for all the debts. The tax treatment of a general partnership is a pass-through entity. This is an advantage in the sense that the business has no tax liability. The tax is passed through to the partners. I did not want to use this entity form because I did not wish to have a joint partner and I would assume full liability. A limited partnership entity was more attractive form of partnership for me. I would be a general partner, which would leave me up to all the business management responsibility and full liability. Then I could have a limited partner who would just contribute the money to the business, leaving them with no management rights and also limited liability. This tax treatment would be a pass-through entity, which is an advantage to not having double taxation. A limited partnership would be a good entity choice if I had someone willing to be the limited partner. I would still have full liability, and I just think it's too risky, so I did not go with this option. A corporation entity is a business that has shareholders, board of directors, and corporate officers. An advantage of corporation is that the shareholders, possibly you, would have limited liability. There are different corporation forms, but the best form of this would be a closed corporation, because it is privately held. A disadvantage of this entity is double taxation, where the entity is taxed at the corporate level and then the shareholders are also taxed at the individual level. I did not want this to hurt future possible investors like you, so I did not choose this type of corporation. And corporations also can be fined. I did not want this type of entity because of the major tax consequences and the complexity of the entity itself. Limited liability partnership is the entity that I have chosen for Rainy Accounting. The LLP entity is an advantage in the fact that there is no personal liability, which is important when it comes to accounting firms. It is possible to get hit with costly lawsuits while being a partner in an accounting firm. This entity helps protect you and I from the negligent malpractice of other partners. The only liability you would incur would be the capital that you put into this business. An LLP may be taxed as a pass-through entity, which is a major advantage because it avoids double taxation. For these reasons, I chose an LLP as the entity for Rainy Accounting, and hopefully one day we can create Rainy Rodriguez Accounting. Thank you.